Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time, as you can see, we're going to review TNA Victory Road 2011. I kind of teased this a couple of days ago when I did my Against All Odds 2011 review. So I thought, might as well, let's do this. So let's get this underway, shall we? Let's review this event that happened on my birthday, and it's a memorable event, but not for the right reasons. Story of my life. Anyway, let's get this underway, shall we? First off, we kicked off the show with Bully Ray taking on Tommy Dreamer in a no disqualification match. A fun opener. It was anything goes, typical ECW hardcore match. Without the blood, of course. So not like ECW, then, you stupid idiot. Sorry, guys. It was fun. It was a fun opener. There was weapons involved. There was a lot of involved. There was a time where Tommy Dreamer brought out a minion. There was a stuffed minion that got involved at one point. There was a blow-up doll, so you knew Vince Russo was booking this show. Yeah, it was what it was. It was a fine opener, fun opener. And but I kind of couldn't help but feel a little bit sad and disappointed that this was the pay-per-view after the big, massive Devon, the Devon angle where Bully put Devon's kids through the table. But he put Devon's son through the table, let's just say. And this was kind of like a letdown after, this was the pay-per-view afterwards. This was like the follow-up to it. And he faced Tommy Dreamer. It was disappointing. It was a bit disappointing. The story of the storyline was a bit disappointing that they never did follow up on the Devon thing. But the match itself was fine, and Devon did get involved towards the end, and he helped Tommy put Bully through the table with the 3D, and Bully and Tommy Dreamer got the win. So pretty fun opener, but I'm a bit disappointed that we never got a conclusion, a better conclusion with this Bully Ray Devon situation. So there you go. Sorry if the light's a bit bad. Anyway, next match we had the women's knockout tag team titles on the line. We had Winter and Angelina Love taking on Rosita and Sarita. This was a nothing match with a terrible finish. It went about 5 minutes, if that, and it was, back and forth, nonsense. It wasn't that good. And then the finish was preposterous, where people were out of place. Rosita went to, Zelina Vega went to use the championship belt on Winter, and Velvet was supposed to take the belt off her, but I think she was a bit late to run in, and Rosita actually just basically had to stand there with the belt over her head for felt like 10 years, waiting for Velvet to run in. Then Velvet ran in, and then 4 foot, 5 foot, if that, Zelina Vega, Rosita, whatever you want to fucking call her, pinned Winter, who's massive. So yeah, it was kind of a bit silly. The ending was, but it was what it was. It was silly. I got a good laugh out of it. That's just to put it that way, and that's kind of bad in a way. Next match, we had a first blood match between Hernandez and Matt Morgan. It was a so-so match, typical first blood stuff where they tried to use weapons, and every couple of minutes someone would get their head hit into or something, and then they'd be like, "Oh no, is he bleeding? No, okay, he's not bleeding." Silly ending, and of course, again, it was a so-so match with a silly ending. Second match in a row, it had a silly ending. This one featured a fan. I put that in quotation marks. A fan coming out and distracting the referee while Matt Morgan looked like he was going for the carbon footprint. And that fan ended up being Anarchia in the later weeks. And while the referee was down, Matt Morgan made Hernandez bleed from the top of the head. And then Hernandez sprayed fake blood onto Matt Morgan, and referee Jackson James / Garrett Bischoff came out, ignored Hernandez's bloody head, and just looked at Matt Morgan and called for the bell. I'm like, what the fuck? It was preposterous. It was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. It was a botchy, stupid finish, and it sucked. Let's move on. We had the X Division Championship on the line. We had Kazarian defending the title against Robbie E, Max Buck, and Jeremy Buck in a Ultimate X match. This was good. This was good. The Ultimate X match. All four put their bodies on the line, and it was entertaining. It was great, and it was a very entertaining Ultimate X match. Could have done without Kookie screaming though. The Robbie E's manager Kookie could have done without her screaming for the entire match. But it is what it is. I mean, if you're used to Melina screaming, then this is it. Cookie's got nothing on Melina. But, it was still, that's my only criticism of this match was Cookie's screaming at ringside. Robbie, do this! Robbie, do this! Jesus Christ. Ugh. Ugh. I had bad visions there of me as an old woman. Ugh. What the fuck am I on about? Oh, this pay-per-view. Alright, okay. That's anyway, yeah, this match was pretty good. It was very weird seeing the Young Bucks not do too many super kicks. I think they did one in this match. I was like, what? Because I was just saying, while watching the match, I was sitting there going, man, it's very weird to see them not do any super kicks. And then just to say that, they do one super kick. And it was towards the end of the match. I was like, oh, okay, so they do one super kick, but this was before their super kick party. And then, of course, Max and Jeremy actually couldn't get along, and Max wanted to win the X Division Championship. And Jeremy wouldn't let him, so, yeah, dissension in the Young Bucks. You don't see that very often. It was TNA's way of breaking the team up, I guess. So, yeah, it was alright. The match itself was really good. I liked the match. The dissension between the Young Bucks was alright, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, so Kazarian retained the X Division Championship, and big thumbs up, Fortune style. Good stuff. Then we had the next match. We had Beer Money. Fortune's Beer Money taking on Inc. for the tag team titles. This was okay too. Really enjoyed this match. It was better than I remembered it, because when I went through the card before watching this show, I couldn't remember half of the stuff on this show. Like, I remember the main event, which we'll get to, and I remember some other silly stuff like the fake blood and all that stuff. I remember that, but I couldn't remember this match. Like, I was like, couldn't have been that good because I couldn't remember it. But it was really good match. Inc. and Beer Money, they were both baby faces at the time. And it was really good stuff. Beer Money for the second pay-per-view in a row had a really good match. Their Beer Money and Scott Steiner match against Gunner, Murphy and Rob Terry from Against All Odds was also a fun match. But yeah, pretty good stuff against Inc. And they teased a heel turn for Shannon Moore at the end, where he went to use the chain, but Jesse told him not to, and then that ended up backfiring, and that's how they lost the match. Beer Money retained. So 2-0 for Fortune on this night. Pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, Shannon Moore would have a heel turn, which wouldn't last that long, I don't think. I think he had a feud against Scott Steiner and Crimson going into lockdown. And then by the time Sacrifice came along in May, he was back as a babyface teaming up against Mexican America. So, yeah. Pretty short-lived heel turn for Shannon Moore incoming. There you go. So, Beer Money it was a good match. Beer Money and Inc. had a really good match there, better than I actually remembered it being. So, really good stuff. Good stuff, Beer Money. Beer Money! Anyway, next match, we had AJ Styles taking on Matt Hardy. This is cold-blooded Matt Hardy, with Ric Flair in his corner. Very entertaining match. I actually remembered this match being very good, so I had high hopes for this match, and it was really good stuff. It really lived up to expectations of what I remembered it being. Yeah, probably my match of the night, if I got to say so myself, AJ Styles and Matt Hardy, which is not really saying that much considering that, apart from the Ultimate X match and the Beer Money tag team match, everything else is kind of oof territory. Anyway, yeah, so this is a good match. AJ Styles got the win. There was some shenanigans with Ric Flair at ringside and, doing the 5-on-2 on AJ's balls. Jesus Christ. Five on two. Oh Jesus! And yeah, AJ Styles got the win, and I'm losing the will to live. It was a really good match, really good stuff. Also, there was throughout the night, there was scattered throughout the show, there was a Jeff Jarrett, Karen Jarrett, honeymoon, videos that was played. Basically, they went to Universal Studios with the kids, and Jeff Jarrett was being best father of the year which was annoying Karen Jarrett, because she wanted she wanted some lovey-dovey time with Double J. But, Jeff Jarrett wanted to spend time with the kids on their honeymoon. So, yeah, took the kids to the honeymoon. Jeff, what were you thinking, pal? No wonder, I wonder if Jeff Jarrett got a lot of guitars around the head that night. Jeff Jarrett style. Slap nuts. He didn't have his nuts slapped that night. Let me tell you that. This may be the worst review I've probably reviewed, sorry. Anyway, at least I'm entertaining myself. That's probably one thing. Anyway, we get to the next match. So AJ Styles gets the win. Really good stuff. Then the next match, we had Rob Van Dam versus Mr. Anderson in a number one contenders match. And boy howdy, this match sucked. Didn't like this match. They didn't feel like it felt like none of them wanted to become number one contender. They didn't have that aggression to them. And it ended in a stupid bullshit double count out. Almost a disqualification. I wish it was a fucking disqualification. When there's people in the audience chanting 5 more minutes and then the other half chanting no, they don't want that to happen. That really says a lot about the match. Yeah, let's move on. It was a double count out, and it was just bullshit. Stupid match. And then of course we had the main event. We had Sting versus Jeff Hardy for the TNA World Championship, and boy howdy, this was a 5-star match, wasn't it? Yes, that match, Sting versus Jeff Hardy, the one where Jeff Hardy turns up not in any condition to compete, and they had a under 2-minute match, and Sting just basically pinned him to get the match over with. It was embarrassing. I could sit here and say, like, what if they did this, what if they did that, but I wasn't there in the moment. I wasn't there. I couldn't imagine what they were thinking. A lot of people wanted to swing at Jeff Hardy. I don't blame him. I felt bad for Sting because this was his first pay-per-view back with the company after having a sabbatical after Bound for Glory in 2010. I felt really bad for Sting. Sting, Jesus Christ, stink. This match stunk. Jesus fucking. Oh my God. Anyhow, yeah. So I could sit here and name off the 1,000 different things they could have done instead of what they did, but if they had to do, at least it ended quickly. And yeah, it was a bit of a rip-off as a main event of a pay-per-view, but I don't know, what can you do? You advertised this match was going to happen, and they delivered this stinky effort. So, embarrassing. Thankfully, Jeff Hardy was okay. He went away and got himself sorted for, how many times is that now? Maybe the 3rd or 4th? I can't remember. It's been like 20 or something, 20,000. Anyway, sorry, yeah. It is what it is. It's a shame. It was embarrassing. Yeah, I'm glad I got it over with. I'm glad I got this one over with. Anyway, that's going to be it now, guys. By the way, there's the disc. He's been staring you in the face all this time. Kurt Angle on the disc, the poster artwork. It wasn't even on the pay-per-view because he wasn't booked for the pay-per-view. So, yeah, he's on the poster, but not on the pay-per-view. Yep. Anyway, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. And those 3 points are for the 3 matches I enjoyed: the Ultimate X match, the Beer Money versus basically the Fortune matches, Beer Money, Kazarian, and AJ Styles. The rest of it, Bully and Tommy Dream was okay, but I was disappointed about the Devon aspect of it. And yeah, there you go, guys. That's it. hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found my misery entertaining. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And I'm out. Enjoy.